Right, okay, so something through about the current timelines, current realities that we are moving through. And as we're all getting tapped into our psychic abilities, and ancestral remembrance, and various things that are coming through to us while our sensitivities are heightened, and the messages from ancestral realms, ancestors, guides will be coming through. And if we believe in galactics. There is something about the time continuum and the timeline merging, because, and for those of us on this path, will be, maybe even studying what timelines mean, or understanding them better, because we're having visions of past lives and various things at the minute. And so with this sort of creating our own reality, lots of people, know Abraham Hicks and other gurus that we've picked up information from and absorbed in this reality, or are remembering from past life lived experiences. They are helping us to, or supporting us in our understanding of where we need to go, and also connection to higher self. Excuse me, sorry. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. Sorry, this is something that happens to people in the spirit, that when you're in meditation and you release. And I have manners, I'm very particular about stuff, but they clearly wanted me to share it. But this is how stuff comes out of us, but there's a lot of stuff that comes up when you get downloads or whatever. And so with this creation of our reality, some people call it magic. It is. Everything is magic, divinity, and we have the power to create our own reality. It just takes time and practice, and we unlock codes, and we do various things. Could be psychedelics, could be deep meditation, trance, breathwork, whatever, music. There's lots of things that awaken these abilities in us. As the timelines are either being felt or experienced or seen in the dream state or remembered very differently right now, I know there's many threads coming through, so I know this might be hard for some minds to follow, not in an arrogant way to say, because I don't know whether I can follow it right now, because I've got a lot coming through. But as the timelines are being felt differently, and if things are coming up in repeated patterns, repeated forms, cycles, that we never go back into the same cycle in the same way. We come to things, we go around in cycles with new heightened, not like awareness, self-awareness. As the timelines converge, oh gosh, this is struggling to get this one out. Sorry guys, 3, 6, 9. If we are being teased with things that are not yet to end, we can start weaving things from different timelines. People, places, things. It's all very interesting how the past lives and the current experiences are coming through at the minute, because a lot of us are either remembering, so from, and then I can say this from a woman's perspective, the sacred knowledge. With the witch lineage, a lot of us are connecting to that, and I use that word viche. People can check the etymology, because a lot of God-fearing people who use the Bible as a way of I guess being aligned with the burning of the witches back in the day. I think that's where people might have mistaken me or my shamanic work for being a witch, which is not a negative word. Like, witch is also a word for women that have increased awareness of herbs, and seers, and because they're seers, they kind of were burnt because they saw things that we weren't meant to see, because people have skeletons in their closet that they don't want to be in the public domain. But everything is in the public domain, because the Akashic records there is a space where everything that's ever been done by us in any single timeline is restored. So everyone can actually have access to anything that's ever gone on. It's just how tapped in we are psychically. And so, yeah, not going back on my experiences and stuff, it's like that witch lineage is coming through. A lot of women are and men, warlords, warlocks. There's strange interpretations of that, but wizards as well. Lots of us will be reviewing our abilities. I don't know why I'm saying that. Well, seeing 515, seeing whether how not honouring our skill set in the non-physical realm is hindering our growth right now and the creation of the reality that we want. So with the weaving and the working of the magic across the timelines, because the timelines, lifetimes and the different planes that exist are clearly coming together, whether this is a 5D ascension, and I can't say that I have knowledge, as I said, of all of these planetary movements and the understanding of star seeds and astrology, astronomy, and full occult knowledge. I have unlocked certain codes and I've got knowledge of certain things, and watching certain stuff play out in my life and in the lives of those around me right now, some who I have been connected to in a past life, and I feel very, very honoured that we have found ourselves again in this current reality, because the warrior spirit, I've said before, I've fought wars and done things like that as women and men, and so the people that have come into my life over the past year, 2 years, I see their own magic, I see their past lives, not all of them, but you know, I can't go around telling people all of that, I just know things. And people are like, well, you can't predict the future. If you know that, then why did you go with that person? Or, you know, that whole empathic, narcissistic dynamic of you. Well, if you see things, then why did you go to that place and then nearly die, or blah, blah, blah. Like, we are given opportunities for growth. That does not always come in the form of rainbows and roses. Once we rise to those challenges that come to us through darkness, the rewards are roses and rainbows. But without acknowledging the darkness, without embracing our own darkness, without connecting to the wounds so that they can be felt, released, let go, this can take a month, it can take a year, it can take what time's irrelevant, because it's however we harness the energy around. This is the magic, this is how we weave. The fabric of our own reality. And from connecting with other readers, seers, psychics, people that I know in the physical realm and people that I don't, people that do feel my energy or not, I don't know what's going on. I think, well, it's potentially after the 5/5 portal May is cracking some stuff open for a lot of people, and so for some reason I feel like the Akashic Records wants to be talked about coming through more, because we have the potential to get access to more of that. And so once we tap into our Akashic Records individually, and I know that you're not the only one that's speaking about it, when we have access to our own Akashic Records, the stuff I've been speaking about that some people may not experience right now, it can be experienced and felt. As I said, the Akashic Records is a library of things that have been done, said, experienced, on the whole planet of all time. Like, it's a living record, and so a living record, a non-visible space that when we do the work, it makes sense, because those words were never coming into my consciousness 2-3 years ago. I saw them and, you know, weren't time for me, so I just allowed it. But we get there when we get there. And in May 2024, this energy is very, very powerful. And I feel a lot of us are really more anchoring more into the heart space and the heart. And I really hope is such a weak word, sorry, I trust. And I know some people get annoyed at people saying that, but you've got to stop judging other people for what they do, because with the realities like creation, the magic that some people choose to work with, me being one of them, we are in constant communication with the divine. And so if that relationship is of importance, of significance, when we have seen things that we've never seen in our life before, we're going to carry on doing it, aren't we? Like, it doesn't become about the external reality of me looking like a knob, videoing this stuff, putting it online. I don't care. I'm being told to do it. For fuck's sake. People want to take the piss or make comments about physical appearance or this, that and the other. That's slim pickings. That's not a life that I choose. I don't want to be around those people. Labelling, Words are limiting. We will never know ourselves through words and words alone. We can change our reality through the words that we choose, but ourself, it's feelings, it's emotions, it's intuition. This is how we know ourselves, and then we can start to observe our circle around us and how that shifts and changes. And that can obviously, there's a big theme at the minute of, growth will come across as a loss for many of us, because there is alignments. Things just drop off when we are on this game of frequency or reality creation. Things literally drop off, and it's like, not that they never existed, because there's love that's been felt there, or pain, but there is I can't describe it as any other way. It's like the frequency changes, and you can see I'm tripping over my words because at 12:13 and my hand's shaking. Like, there's something going on in this time-space continuum right now. Oh God, I don't even know where these emotions are coming from, because I thought I got over all that shit about crying on a video. Well, if we want to look to nature, there's just been a massive storm recently in the UK. It's raining, there's purging. Whether people believe in cloud seeding or whatever or not, that I'm not focusing on the conspiracy theories, because one, I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I believe that everybody has a vision of how the world's playing out right now, and those aligned on that certain frequency find each other, and that's where groupthink comes and stuff, and that's cool. And I observe and I take all this beautiful information people are sharing right now, but I'm not part of the groupthink. I don't actually think it's healthy for everybody continually to be part of any group think. You have to come off the group think journey and do the odyssey on your own. Otherwise, you're only ever going to be influenced by the either familial, societal, or friends group. Like, we don't know ourselves in the ways that we can. And do we ever know ourselves fully? We go back to repeat versions of ourselves that we are not ready to let go of until we were able to let go of it now. I have to change hands because for some reason my hand's shaking. So, I know this might seem out of flow for people, out of flow for me. I have to honour this stuff. I'm going to get pulled in a thousand different directions now, so I think, I don't know if there is a main message here other than perhaps looking into Akashic records, or weaving and Abraham Hicks, or reality creation, or frequency, or really understanding energy. We can't go around using words willy-nilly, and I don't mean, never having a laugh or a piss take, or being able to take the piss out yourself or your mates and whatever, because knowing that we can anchor in love and love among friends is we'll never want to hurt somebody. But if we don't have a laugh at ourselves in this bloody weird old game, 1440 and then 1441 on the clock, we might as well be dead. Because we are only creating our reality. If we want to suffer, we'll suffer. If we want to love, we'll love. If we want to have a change, we can change. If we want to have a tea, we make a tea. If we want to go and jump in a puddle, we go and jump in a puddle. If we want to get back to the childlike innocence, we can. If we want to believe that adulting is a scam, we can. If we want to... I've got a few messages from people coming out here. If we need to eat more fruit, natural sugars, and swap the white sugars, we can. We have a choice. And so the human part, yeah, it's funny, you know, I've gone back and done a little cycle, something this week, and I'm like, okay, observe it differently, move on, make a change. We've got to keep it moving, and this is part of the weaving among the timelines. We are in constant motion, nothing stands still, and so being able to harness our power and strength comes from the fact that we can ride the waves. I can't just sit, and I don't mean not sit, be still, don't do anything, be able to receive, meditate, cool. But that's still motion. We're still thinking, or we're not trying to think when we're meditating. So, magic, weaving, dreams, water, solar energy, sound frequencies, essential right now. If you haven't got a favourite person to do your sound baths, or to put music online, or to buy a singing bowl yourself and become our own healer, I'm missing a trick right now, because there are thousands of people talking about this, growing in the power, saying, fuck it, I don't want that life, I want that one, I'm going to get that one. Go get it. I think that was it.